Hello students, welcome to Saurabh's classes. My name is Ashmita and in today's class we are going to talk about UPSC Indian Forest Services preliminary examination notification which is going to be held next year. So let us start with what is this examination all about. Now, Indian Forest Services examination is actually considered to be one of the most competitive and prestigious of all India services. And this examination is actually conducted by the UPSC itself every year as a part of the civil service examination. Indian Forest Service recruits certain qualified candidates for the service of environment, then forests and climatic changes and other posts related to these. Now the stages go on like this. The candidates have to appear for the preliminary examination first, and then if that candidate clears that prelims paper, then he or she is taken to the mains examination and furthermore into the interview round. Now annually it is conducted only once a year and the application mode is online and the mode of the examination is offline. And the number of attempts permitted to each candidate is around 6 attempts, and number of vacancies vary from year to year. The latest number of vacancies are still not published in any kind of notification yet, but if you follow the official website you can come to know how many vacancies for each kind of posts are available. Language in which the question will be produced in front of you would be both in Hindi as well as in English. And as I told you, the selection process would include 3 stages: prelims, mains and interview. Talking about the official website, we have www.upsc.gov.in. Let us talk about the important months rather, because dates are not yet released. And as I told you, you have to follow the official notification in the official website itself to get the exact dates, because examination is in the next year and we have a lot of time. That's why you are not getting the notification from quite earlier. So let us first know about the months so that you can just prepare yourself. The release of this online application form would start from February 2022, and with the release comes the last date. That's somewhere between the first week of March 2022, and your admit card will be given to you through online mode, that is through official website, or you can receive it in your email ID in the month of May 2022, and the preliminary examination will be held somewhere between the days of the first week of June 2022. Now, who can apply to this examination? Not everyone and everybody and from anywhere can apply, okay? So there are certain eligibility criteria which one needs to fulfill. Now first we are going to talk about the nationality eligibility conditions. That is, the candidate should be a citizen of India, or the candidate can be a subject of Nepal. The candidate can be a subject of Bhutan. Candidate can be a Tibetan refugee also who came over to India before 1st January 1962 with the intention of permanently settling in India. Candidate can also be a person of Indian origin who has migrated from Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka, East African countries like Kenya, Uganda and other states of Africa with the intention of permanently settling in India. They also have the chance of applying to this examination. And candidates belonging to certain categories like SC/ST category and other reserved category would have to produce the certificate of eligibility, which has been given to them or issued to them by the government of India. Let us discuss about the eligibility criteria as per the educational qualification. Now, the candidate who is applying to this examination should hold a bachelor's degree with a specialization in any of the subjects which I am going to mention now, like animal husbandry or veterinary science, then botany, chemistry, geology, mathematics, physics, statistics, zoology. In any of the following subjects which I have just mentioned, the candidate can have a bachelor's degree. And of course, the candidates with a bachelor's degree certification in agriculture or forestry or engineering are also eligible to apply for this examination. Talking about the age limit eligibility criteria, now the candidate should be a minimum of 21 years old and the maximum of 32 years old in the year of the examination. And there are certain age relaxation for the reserved categories. For the OBC categories, we have 3 years age relaxation. For the SC/ST categories, we have 5 years of age relaxation. For the ex-servicemen, we have 5 years of age relaxation. For ex-defense services people, we have 5 years of age relaxation. For differently abled candidates, we have 10 years of age relaxation. Now, even with the number of attempts that a candidate can choose to give the examination, because not everyone can get the seats or the job at the first attempt only. So there are certain attempts which are given to a certain group of candidate. Now, talking about the number of attempts for the general candidates, we have 6 attempts. Then for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe candidates, they have no limitation, like they can go on applying in this examination as many times as possible, but of course within their age limit. For the other backward classes, they have 9 times they are given the chance to give this examination. 9 attempts they are given. For the physically challenged candidates also, they are given 9 attempts. And for the general and other backward caste, that is the OBC category, they are given 6 attempts. Now, how can you apply to this examination? Most of you are unaware of from where can I apply, right? You are thinking of, yes, I want to give this examination, but from where can I apply? How can I apply? So it's not that tough. You just have to visit the official website of UPSC, which I have mentioned, and you have to go step by step by clicking on what's new option. That is in the home page only, and then you have to search for the UPSC IFOS application form 2022. Now, as I have told you, it's going to be released in February, so you do not have to take too much pressure of opening the website again and again to check the notification. You just go over to this website in February month only, next 2022, and then you apply it. The candidates will have to make a new registration. Okay, now you have to register yourself with a valid email ID. That is the valid email address you have to give with one mobile number. Now, this valid email ID and your mobile number should be active at least for the next 1 year, because all the important information you are going to get in these 2 places, that is your email ID and in your phone number. On successful registration, the candidates will get an application number and a password, after which the candidates can proceed to fill in the online application form. So after registration, you're given the chance to fill up the online application form. You have to fill in your necessary personal, educational and communication details, and you will also have to get ready your scanned copies of your photograph. It can be passport size, it can be stamp size. It will be mentioned in the notification PDF, which is going to be released very soon. And you will also have to scan your signature, and whatever necessary documents they are asking, you have to scan them and get ready before applying to this examination, because you have to upload those documents. Then you have to make a small fee payment, that is known as the application fee payment, and you can pay it online through debit card or credit card or through net banking facilities. Talking about the application fee, general category candidates and OBC category candidates have to pay 250 rupees, and female and SC/ST candidates do not have to pay any kind of fees. Admit card also you have to download it from the official website, and admit card you're going to get just 1 or 2 weeks before the examination, and in that admit card only you are going to see your name, your date of birth, then your photograph, then your registration number, the name of your examination center, then the date of your examination, and also your reporting time. Let us discuss about the preliminary exam pattern of this examination. Now, the UPSC IFOS prelims exam has 2 papers. One is this general studies paper 1, and the second is this general studies paper 2. Now, each paper will carry 200 marks. Now, 200 and 200 makes 400 marks in total. So, both the papers in UPSC IFOS prelims have objective type questions. Each question carries 1 mark, and the candidate will get 2 hours to complete each paper. So 2 hours for each paper. And there is negative marking of half marks for each wrong answer. Now we are going to discuss about the entire syllabus that is there in the preliminary examination. starting with general studies paper 1, general paper 1. And here you can expect questions from topics like current affairs that are both from national as well as international level. Then Indian history with special emphasis on Indian national movement. Then the world geography with a specific focus on India, its physical features, its social and economic geography. Then especially of India is particularly important. Indian polity and governance, knowledge of the constitution you should be having, then Panchayati Raj system, political system, public policies, then schemes, fundamental rights, and topics like these. You can also get questions from sustainable development, then economic and social development, demographics of poverty, employment, inclusion, and social sector initiatives. You might get questions from environment, biodiversity, social issues related to the environment, climatic changes, then general sciences. Talking about this general paper 2, we can expect questions from English comprehension, communication and interpersonal skills, logical and analytical reasoning questions, then problem solving and decision making based questions, general ability questions, general mental ability types, then basic numerical ability questions, that's order of magnitude, then number, their relations, charts, graphs, tables, data sufficiency. Questions based on basic English language, then grammar, vocabulary. So that was the entire discussion about this examination and about the preliminary stage of this exam. If you want to fare really well in this examination and you want to get qualified in the first attempt only, then you need a proper guidance, a proper coach. और हम सौरभ सिस क्लासेस में वो guidance, वो coach आपको provide करेंगे. हम यहाँ पे solved study materials provide करेंगे, previous years के question papers solve करेंगे, unsolved papers, sample papers सभी solve करेंगे. We provide you with mock test facilities also, and doubt clearing classes, crash course facilities, and scholarship facilities also. You can check the description box below to know more details about our classes, and you can also visit Saurabh Sys Classes website to know how our classes run and how we teach. You can also check the other videos of our channel to know more about our classes. And moreover, you can get our study materials in Amazon, Flipkart also. So if you want to buy from there, you can do it from there also. But if you want to buy from our classes, you have to contact us. So the contact numbers are given in the description box below. Do contact us. And if you have any queries regarding any kind of competitive examinations and any kind of entrance examinations, you can just ask us. We will clear all your doubts. We here teach for all kinds of competitive examinations and all kinds of entrance examinations also. So if you are preparing for any kind of other competitive exams also, if you need guidance for that, we are going to provide you with that guidance. You just have to enroll with us, and moreover we provide 24/7 portal access, free portal access to the enrolled candidates, which the lectures you can view as many times as possible, and whenever you want you can visit those lectures. You can view those lectures, recorded lectures. We also provide you with live classes also, and of course, as I mentioned, doubt clearing classes also. So do enroll with us to get all the benefits. So that was all for today's class. We are going to meet once again in our next classes.